Hey, this one here is like this OG Green Machine, man. This one here, I just thought of this shit. It's like shout out motherfucking Saturdays. And this is on this nigga, I forget his last name, but this nigga BYRON. Uh this nigga just talks shit. I mean not shit, nigga. This nigga just says his opinions, you know. And uh and this nigga is out of Seaside, California. Well, I know a little bit about Seaside. I ain't gonna expose my situation, but the first time I was down in LA, I banged Seaside on PLAYBOY CRIPS. And I thought some funk was about to jump off, but check this out right here. I'll do that on a later video about how the funk jumped off with me and PLAYBOY CRIPS. But I banged Seaside on him. Because I have experiences and such from out there. You know, that's what I knew to bang, nigga. Seaside, Six Side Crips. And this is way in a long time ago. And check this out. These niggas stood the fuck back. I ain't saying they no punks. This Playboy gangs, well, I ain't gonna put no G on their names, but it's PLAYBOY CRIPS, man. And I wasn't doing it for me. It wasn't about no money. It was about a youngster. You know, I'm trying to watch out for this youngster. And I'll tell you about that video, you know, 'cause I ain't trying to be about no, goddamn me. You heard? I ain't trying to be about no cliffhanger shit like, oh, wait for a later video. It's just because my mind ain't there, nigga. You know, I'm deep south bred, man. We stay where our minds is at. My mind ain't on that right now. So what I'm telling you is I ended up banging on PLAYBOY CRIPS over some other situation. But when they, you know, when they said what set you from, nigga, check this shit out. BYRON, nigga, I don't know this nigga, but I could know this nigga. These niggas said, what set you from? I said, Seaside, nigga. What's cracking? And I was expecting shit to jump the fuck off. I'm like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. This nigga tatted up all over his face and everything else. He said, oh, nigga, you old school. But I know about Seaside. I got my beginnings over there. And that's one of the first places the Rolling 60s stepped outside of and was running things. I mean, now you got Rolling 60s all over the place. But as far as I know, and you got to do the research, as far as I know, Seaside is one of the first sets Rolling 60s ever had their eyes on. So BYRON, y'all laugh at all you motherfucking want, nigga. BYRON, you can tell by how this nigga talks. That's why this nigga amazes me and entertains me. Because he talks just like a Seaside nigga. Seaside niggas talk in one specific motherfucking way, nigga. And I used to talk like one of them motherfuckers. If you listen to me and listen to BYRON, you might hear some similarities and shit. I don't know, nigga. Try it yourself. Just play them back to back. Do what you gotta do, nigga. I give a fuck, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Anywho, you know what I mean? But this nigga, he reminds me of the old days, man. Seaside is on the map in California, but only older dudes know about that shit. Seaside was a motherfucker, man. I know about Seaside, nigga. I'm Green Machine, nigga. I know about all the hoods in California, but Seaside was one of the downest hoods outside of LA when it all cracked off. This is back in the 70s. LA was LA. But if you wanted a taste of LA in a small motherfucking town, nigga, take your ass to Seaside. That's old school crippin'. And I banged that against the PLAYBOY CRIPS and caught a pass on it. These niggas gave me a pass. I banged Seaside, nigga. Six Side, nigga. What's cracking, man? SBC 1200s, nigga. Was cracking, nigga. And I'm way down in LA. These niggas threw me a pass off SBC 1200s and Six-Side Mob out of Seaside, California, nigga. That's what I fucking threw up at them. And check this out. It was me and one youngster against like 10 of these niggas right off Pico, right behind the McDonald's. Because this nigga had stole somebody's, and you know me, I'm an old nigga. This nigga had stole somebody's PSP. I get a call. They said, oh, man, you know, Doja jacked this nigga for a PSP, and it was a Playboy Crips little brother. And they coming after this nigga. I said, what? Doja's my baby. So I called Doja. I said, nigga, what you done did? He said, hey, man, they want to have a meeting. I said, all right, nigga. Me and Doja, now I done went long about, so I'm telling you the story a little bit. And I'll get into the meaty and the juice and the gravy later, but this is kind of what happened. I heard this nigga jacked this Playboy Crips little brother for a PSP right there at the bus, grabbed his shit, ran off the bus. He didn't know this was a Playboy Crips little brother. And then a whoop-de-whoop, bam, shit drove off. And this nigga didn't know where to turn to, so he called OG Green Machine, because I was the most OG nigga he knew in West LA. And he wasn't about that life. His mom was white, his dad was black, you know, wayward kid. He had a little brother, you know, trying to get into this gangbanging shit. I had him working doing construction. He was one of my workers. So he called me up, said, I may not be able to show up to work tomorrow, nigga. Rolling 60s about his money, nigga. I said, nigga, what? Nigga, we hollering this change, nigga. What you talking about? And he said, well, you know what you called me? I did that shit. And, you know, I'm from, you know, somewhere else. I'm offset. I ain't from fucking Playboy Crip right there in West LA. But he said, the homie, his little homie called me, and he had a list. I shot PSP. I shot PSP, because this nigga always talks strange. And so I'm like, what? PSP? Man, the homie's coming at my homeboy? So somehow I called these niggas and I said, hey, man, let me just have a holler at y'all. And so they set up a meeting. And I thought it was going to be, it was one nigga's little brother. So I was figuring, oh, it'll just be one nigga showing up. Man, we pull up off Pico and we take that left right before Fairfax. Couple blocks before Fairfax, there's a McDonald's there. We turn into the parking lot, and I'm like, hey, Doja, where these niggas at? Where this nigga at? You know, here's the little brother. And he said, oh, they're probably over there somewhere. So we gets out the car, and we walking through this gang of niggas. And he's pointing over here, and it occurred to us immediately because this one nigga, dark-skinned nigga, tattoos all over his face. And back in my day, man, we don't you see my face right now, nigga. We don't tattoo our face, man. I'm known by my name, nigga. I don't gotta tattoo my face, nigga. I'm OG Green Machine, motherfucker. That's what you fear, nigga. Tattoos, nigga. I crossed in 1984, nigga. We don't tattoo our face. I'm known by my name. If you don't fear that, a tattoo on my face is just shitting on myself. So, but this nigga had tattoos all over his face. He said, hey, man, it happened to be his little brother. And he said, and he knew Doja. And Doja's behind me. You know, Doja, you know, I was a grown-ass man, nigga. Doja was like 17 at the time working for me doing construction. So we go back over there, and Doja's behind me, and he said, hey, man, that's his... I said, hold up, man. What's cracking? He said, where you from? I said, nigga, I'm Six-Side Mob, man, Seaside, California, man. I'm just hollering him up for my boy. He said, oh, as soon as I could finish talking, he said, nigga, you old school. And that offended the fuck out me, nigga, because I'm like, shit, just a few years older than this fool. But, you know, in LA, you don't let your emotions jump out for you. You get killed that way. So I was pissed off that he called my set old school that I threw at him. He said, Seaside, nigga, you old school. And then he started smiling and telling stories. And I just let him tell his stories. And at the end of it, I said, hey, check this out, big homie, man. He didn't know, yo. He didn't know, man. Slide homeboy a pass, man. He ain't know. This dude be's working for me every day, man. I'm teaching him construction. And we got into a real man type of OG to big homie talk. And that's my rolling 60, Seaside, whatever. I'll tell you about how it ain't no hood hopping shit, but it happened. I'll tell you how I went from Seaside to rolling 60 in a later thing. That's why this is an important video. Been unbeknownst to my own self. I didn't mean to put that out there, but that shit gets complicated and political in LA when you come off set and you gotta be who you is. But he respected me the way let me leave by saying this. I'm an OG. You know how I got a pass and didn't get packed out? I'm one goddamn rolling 60, protecting my little youngster, my half white, half black employee, what wants to be part of the gang situation but ain't from that shit. Trying to do some gang shit, robbing a Playboy Crips little brother off of PSP, what I ain't never heard of till that happened. And so I runs over there and I told him, check this out, homeboy. This nigga ain't about that life, man. I got him working for me, nigga. At the time, nigga, this is before I fuck with the rolling 60s on business like that. At the time, I just told him, where you from? I said, nigga, I'm Seaside, 6-side mob crip, nigga. I'm with the business. Yeah, I'm running business. I ain't in the streets like that. I'm trying to teach these kids how to make an honest dollar, man. So he's trying to go against what I'm teaching him, and that ain't what I'm teaching this nigga. He's working with me, and I'm telling you, nigga, I'll get your boy 2 PlayStations, man. I know how the shit works. He said, hey, you know what? Watch this. Peep real motherfucking game. This Playboy Crip looked me in the face. This little big homie told me, you know what? Let him have that PSP. Just keep him working for you, man. We ain't worried about that nigga. So this Playboy Crip let Doja rob his little brother off the bus of a PSP in front of all his little friends. And all Doja had to do is call OG Green Machine. I rolled up to the meeting against 15 of these motherfuckers, and I've been Doja's hero ever since. He said, how you go up against 15 Playboy Crips, nigga? And just me, even to this day. And I was 17. And I told him like this, nigga, because I'm a real one. I was willing to die that day because I'm a real one. You made a mistake, but you working for me, and I have you out there every goddamn day learning how to fucking do construction work, and that's what I explained to him. And this Playboy Crip saluted me and said, all right, Seaside old school nigga. He didn't say it because you don't say it, but that's your pass. That's your pass. He didn't even ask for no money, no nothing. He said, let him keep that PSP. Enjoy that shit. Just keep this nigga working. And that was my experience with the Playboy Crips. Much respect to them niggas. Rolling 60. Seaside, 6-side mob. And all this began with BYRON. All ride for BYRON. All ride for BYRON. You heard me? And I'm out in the motherfucker.